Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Average Man Unplugged. So apparently Brandon Jamal went on Fresh and Fit and got kicked off or walked off. Let's check this out. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
If you know you can do it, you know you can do it. Because you feel your body on the inside. You know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know it's hard, but it's like, I can do it.
Yeah. My doctor asked me, what did you, how many times you fall? I'm like, I haven't nothing.
Nice.
You got a job.
I'm surprised she's able to still drive after a stroke and like trying to recover still. Usually after a stroke, you know, licensing becomes a little bit of an issue.
Right? I have 2 kids. You can give me $100 for my milk, for my laundry, for this, for that. What the hell?
This is your son's father.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So I'm coming to Miami this weekend, and I just want all the fine women to know, if you see me outside with the red tie on and the Pampers, do not look for me, do not check for me, because I'm cheap and y'all are expensive. I am not spending shit, bitch. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
So he's in Miami and he ended up on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So Brandon Jamal was recently on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I should have saw it coming when I found out that he was in Miami. As you guys know, I did live reviews to the other podcast that he was on, was called Global Prenup.
Yeah.
And that seems to be based in Miami as well. So I guess he was trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And this man self-castled himself. He got self-castled, but you got people over here saying, oh, he got kicked off the show. Nah, he just left.
Okay.
You know,
I actually didn't watch it. I don't really truly watch Fresh and Fit. I'll watch clips here and there, but I don't watch their full podcast. So it's nice that other people watch it and, you know, get to fill me in.
you could still try to classify it as a castle, whatever you might say, but well, you know what, everybody seems to have different opinions about what happened, and I'm gonna share my thoughts, and before y'all sit over here and try to come for me in the comments, I really don't care if you agree or disagree with my take, because I am gonna come at this in a very non-biased way, because as you guys know, Fresh and Fit have been instrumental as far as my own personal self-growth, although like many of you guys, I do not agree with everything that they have done. But this situation was very, very interesting, and I can understand why guys are looking at it at both ways. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
You guys are all like my age, and no one's married yet. No one's married. Like, no one has an official relationship.
I've been trying to...
Like,
You mean the women or the men here?
everybody.
Yo, who's the viral nigga here or not? May I speak? What the fuck? Are we here for these bitches or me and bro? Like, for real? Like, can I
think
talk?
if it was only men on the show, I
keep
don't think
raising
it would
my
be
hand
that
and nobody lets me
successful.
talk. You want to hear what this yapping heifer has to say except for the viral niggas? What the fuck is going on here?
You're corny.
If we finna let these bitches talk all day, can I
chill
just...
the fuck out, man.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
Chill the fuck out, man.
Like, what does he think he is?
Chill the fuck out, bro.
I'm
You're
that
doing too
nigga,
much
man.
now.
I'm leaving.
Right.
3 hours later.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
You guys are all like,
Okay,
Did he just wipe himself with the Pampers? This guy.
now when I did the live reaction to the first podcast that he was on, I want to say something very similar happened, although I gotta admit Myron is probably a little bit more in control of his show versus the previous podcast. But what I will say is this: you can tell that this brother probably isn't like real familiar with how podcasts work.
I think so.
I believe in one mic at a time as well is one of the reasons why even when I have panels, sometimes I actually prefer to bring guys on one at a time so that way they can say their piece, and then I'll put them in the back room and then bring the next person up, because I don't want people to get interrupted, because sometimes when you get interrupted, that can ruin your train of thought, and then you don't remember where you were when you were in the middle of speaking. However, I can understand the hypocrisy that people are trying to shine a light on as far as bringing this to my attention, because as you guys know, Myron has had some of the most controversial people on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show you, man, I hate to say this, man, but Myron has favorites. It's pretty clear.
Oh.
It's some people who he gives a little bit more grace than others, and I guess with this brother not, being out there like that, being more of a like recent success, and it really hasn't been sustained that long, I can kind of understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, I can see why guys are kind of looking at Myron like, yeah, you a little bit hypocritical, because one of my channel members, Maurice, he brought this to my attention. He said, I find it a little bit weird that you wanted to sit over here and, kind of, I don't want to say cape for the women, but you wanted to sit over here and say he chill out and he's doing too much. But you're the same person that had a white guy say the N-word on that channel. So it's like, I can understand the imbalance in that. So it's like,
I feel like Fresh and Fit are more about the clout of the guests that they bring in. And I don't think, I'm assuming Brandon doesn't have enough clout for them to really give him that respect. I'm just assuming. I don't really know. I don't watch their podcast that often.
Got some explaining to do on that one, but this brother has some responses to what happened, and I wanted to show you guys that. Check this out.
Yo, everybody keeps asking, Brandon, why did you call those women bitches so many times? First of all, I only called 2 out of the 8 women bitches, so a 1-to-4 bitch ratio is not bad. Second of all, I only primarily focus my bitches on one bitch, and I'm finna show you exactly why. Lots of guys in the Midwest are just simps, bro. Like, it's a very female dominant culture. And where are you from so that people can like I was born in Chicago, but I grew up in North Carolina. So I live in Chicago now, but I'm country as hell still. I spent my whole childhood down there. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So I'm very nice and country until you try me. Then it's like, bitch, I'm a Gemini. Why would you play with me? You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Oh my God. My birthday on Monday, by the way. You feel me? We'll see this motherfucker. Happy birthday. There you go. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'll be 36. Oh, damn. You should have kept that to yourself. Let me tell you something. Not taking people's shit has cost me jobs in the past, all right? So if I'm not gonna take your shit as your employee, best believe I'm not gonna take your shit. If I'm supposed to be the guest on your motherfucking whack-ass, misogynistic, woman-hating podcast, nigga, they don't get a haircut. It's my birthday.
Nice line.
And this is also one of the other issues that I had when I found out that he was on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Supposedly, they did not pay him or compensate him for being on that show. Now, he did get compensated for being on Global Prenup, which is kind of surprising when you think about it, because when I originally reacted to that, they weren't even monetized. But now they have like 3,000-4,000 subscribers thanks to him.
Pretty much.
And that podcast that they did with him. And with Fresh and Fit having over 1.5 million subscribers, and both of them are basically millionaires now, I do find it a little sus that y'all couldn't at least compensate this man for his time. Now, however, it is a bad look, my brother, that you are 36 and you behave that way on that podcast. You would have been better suited, man, just because I've been watching Fresh and Fit long to know that Myron would have noticed that you had your hand up, and eventually once she stopped talking, he would have went to you and let you say your piece. But instead, man, you just went out of turn, and you just kind of felt entitled to like pretty much take over the show. And
Spoke about this on the global prenup one. It says that he does have a chip on his shoulder, but I also said I understand why he has a chip on his shoulder, especially when he's going onto a podcast like that only had 1,000 subs when I first looked at it. So when you're going against someone with 1.5 million, almost 2 million subs, it is a little bit different. They actually control their podcasts a lot differently. So when you're on somebody else's platform, there's a bit of respect that you have to give to them.
that isn't the case. At the end of the day, you on somebody else's platform. So once again, I can understand it from both sides. MTR, I want y'all to check out his take on this. Check this out.
So Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast just kicked out a guy for going too hard on the 304s on the podcast, which is generally not what happens.
That would be the
I think I've only seen one other guy
there.
get kicked out throughout the entirety of the Fresh and Fit podcast. So he must be extreme, right? Well, what's interesting about this kick out is that this guy goes by the name of Brandon Jamal. Now, if you recognize his face, he is the same young brother that just dropped the song, So Now You a Single Mom. Da-na-na-na-na-na. That's been going viral over the past month or two all across the interwebs. I want to say on his platform alone is over 2 million, maybe 3 million views. And he's created or began to create a name for himself based off of the song. But what happens is that in podcasts, you begin to hear people speak long form, which gives you a lot more information into the true content of the character. And this guy's extremely extreme, for lack of a better word, so extreme that Myron had enough of his ish and kicked him off of the show. Let's go through some of these components because I think there's a lot of lessons in here, especially when you begin to gain status within your life and how it is that you choose to display that status as a man and also how you deal with conflict. So let's get active.
The more you talk, the stupider you sound, you stupid motherfucker.
Damn.
Look into the chat. The more you talk, the stupider you sound.
Look
at you got off.
Yo, the gentleman right here goes by the name of Tommy Sotomayor, and he's also known for going hard on women. And notice him shaking his head. No, he's totally not with the shit. So Brandon Jamal is currently arguing with this woman right here who, you know, from my understanding, was a 304 like ex-stripper and is talking about that she's in good position to get the type of man that she wants, all type of craziness. And he's combating this with the Pampers in front of him, which is where he's known for. But just continue to listen to the way that he's going at this woman, her response, as well as the response of the other men in the room watching him as he turns up.
You got off of work. Didn't go to sleep.
No,
What's your dumb ass couldn't go to school on time?
Why would you get out the strip club and not take a shower? Like,
guys, how about this? Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
This is what we'll do. It took you 45 minutes to an hour to take a shower. You couldn't go to school?
Did your parents? I just said I got out at 6:30. I used to lie to my dad.
Let's reset.
I mean, I admit I call women whore quite often on my channel, but that's reacting to a video. I wouldn't be calling women whore as often or as roughly in front of them. It's just kind of horrible etiquette, especially for a podcast.
This is what we'll do.
Oh my
Brad,
God.
I'll turn it to you. You can say what you want to say, and then I'll turn it to her. She can respond.
God.
And then we'll just go one mic at a
I
time.
don't know what to say to her.
And then
She said enough.
You want to move? You don't want to?
Oh, no. She said enough.
Yeah.
She an idiot.
I just want to let Brandon finish his thing.
Get her out of here.
And then-
Shout out Global Prenup.
And then we'll let her respond.
I think they like me better
Shout
than
out
you.
Global Prenup.
Okay.
Get this bitch up out of here.
Who is
So I think Global Prenup is like his own podcast.
this guy?
Okay, see, like, this is where I was at. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he's displaying the chip, and I don't really particularly like it, the way he's displaying it. Again, I can somewhat understand because of, you know, his virality or whatever it is, but you're on somebody else's platform again.
I just heard of him today.
Let me tell you who this
Pay
guy
attention.
I just heard of
This
this
is the guy
guy.
who
You sound it's goofy. I'm not
Can I
gonna.
tell you who I am? Can I tell you who I am? Real quick, bitch. Can I tell you? If you don't mind. I'm a guy whose TikTok
Look at.
from 70K to 300K in a month and a half because of one song. I'm the motherfucker whose video got
And this is the part that I think is very cringe of him, like, listing his accolades like that. That's awkward.
2 million views
I
on
didn't watch it,
YouTube.
though.
I'm telling you who I am, bitch. I'm breaking it down. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm the motherfucker whose video got 2 million views in less than 2 months, and the only promotion has been his social media. I'm the motherfucker who got 1,500 orders of merchandise. It's my silhouette on the logo. T-shirts, motherfucking hoodies.
$1,500?
1,500 orders, motherfucker. I stuttered. My bad. 1,500 orders. Niggas is buying stickers with my logo on them. Hoodies with my logo on them. Motherfucking T-shirts with my logo on them. I got a song in Spanish that motherfucker's been begging for.
See, again, I can understand the chip a little bit more if he's had the success for quite a while, but he's only had the success for maybe 2 months or 3 months or so. So you're very new at it. To act this way is just unbecoming.
You're gonna say 150,000. Nigga said, what did you say?
My YouTube channel grew from 9,000 to 118,000 in a month and a half. Shut the fuck up when you talk to me, bitch.
Whoa. I'm gonna just let this slide because in real life I would.
Now, this is the part that I didn't like. Sir, you didn't even have to run down all your accolades like that. Because the moment you did that, that's when you lost. Kind of got off of your square. You could have really simply said something along the lines of, I'm Brandon Jamal and I'm a guest on the show. And if I'm a guest on the show and I'm sitting here next to Tommy Sotomayor, that in itself speaks enough.
I would agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? The people are here to hear what you have to hear, what the ladies have to say. But I'm a guest on the show for a reason, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You ain't gotta run down your accolades to these women, man. Trust me, you don't. So that, from that aspect, yeah, I can understand why guys were kind of like, come on, man, like, for real. But this is one of the issues when you get big too fast. And as much as guys that watch me always say that I should already have 100K subscribers and whatnot, I think this is one of the reasons why I am a little bit more grateful that I'm having more of a slow, steady incline and rise compared to the quick and fast success that he's had. Not to say that I would react the same way, but I think it was easier for me to digest and me be more humble about my situation and be a little bit more grateful and not take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm in the same boat as him, bro. Like, I started, it's almost been 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in November since I started. And yeah, it's been a slow burn. You know, it's been enjoyable, steady decline. I try to be humble, you know, like I tell you guys, be humble. Like, yeah, you could be a great person, you could achieve great things, but nobody likes to show off.
that's just my opinion on that. Let's keep it moving.
I'm a man beater.
And you would go to jail, you stupid mother. But since you don't go to school, you don't realize that if you hit a motherfucker and I call the police, you're going to jail.
I am. So what does that mean? Like,
I
we're in the same place.
not in the same place.
No, I'm doing better than you, I bet. I'm doing better than you.
Are gonna reset here.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to cut that run when she said that shit because this shit kind of pisses me off. Ma'am, you're there because of the way you look.
Mm-hmm.
He's there because he earned his place on that panel. It's completely different. Even Myron goes over this all the time. Every woman on that panel is pretty much on there because they're attractive enough.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't earn y'all way on there like he did. Let's keep it moving.
Yo.
Yeah, she said I'm in the same place.
Who the hell here is sucking his dick? Somebody here is sucking his dick, and I'm gonna find out. And I need a man. Which one of you guys
now
here
she's
is sucking
insulting
his dick?
all the men's sexuality in here. You know, that's what they do when they're wrong. They go to the sexuality every time. You know this. It's a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, a future single mom.
All right.
God forbid.
So after this point, they go into the super chats. What I wanted to show you guys is what inevitably led to the kick out, which was him being frustrated that he wasn't getting enough airtime.
The mindset that I'm kind of hearing right now is a little bit selfish.
I'm sorry, but you guys are all like saying all this stuff, but you guys are all like my age, and no one's married yet. No one's married. Like no one has an official relationship. Like,
you mean the women or the men here?
Everybody.
Yo, who's the viral here or not? May I speak? What the?
See, even that part right there is quite cringe. Who's the viral person here? Like, I admit, you did some good songs. You are viral, I do agree, but calm down.
Are we here for these bitches or me and bro? Like, for real. Like, can I
think
talk?
if it was only men on the show, I
keep
don't
raising
think it
my
would be
hand
that
and nobody lets me talk. You want to hear what this yapping heifer has to say except for the viral? What the fuck is going on here?
You're corny.
If we finna let these bitches talk all day, can I
chill
just
the fuck out, man?
Yeah, so
chill the fuck out, man.
Like, what does he think he is?
Chill the fuck out, bro.
I'm that
doing too
nigga,
much
and
now.
I'm leaving.
Right? Who is this guy?
All right, bro. What the fuck? All right, bro. Just
LOL.
leave. Just leave.
What
You're doing
a
too much, man.
cornball.
You're doing too much, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure am, a whole lot.
You're doing too much, bro.
Now you singlemom.com. Get your merch.
I'm
Man, get
not
outta
a
here,
single
bro.
mom. What a
Fuck outta here,
weirdo.
man.
Respect.
You left your diapers. You know they're expensive. You can't. I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
Nigga, man.
This guy was stocking diapers the entire time. Like, make
Well,
some
you can tell when
contributions.
somebody never had anything in their damn life when they keep bringing up, I did this on TikTok.
Like, you gotta.
I just kept saying it like this nigga has a
Tell me, you did way
Did he
more.
make $1 million
Yeah.
on
the
TikTok?
shit he's done is
Like,
like that's corny as hell. It's just you can tell he's never done anything, he didn't do any shit in high school, didn't do anything in college, and the only thing you have is this,
It's a
and
viral
you just
video.
keep saying it, and it got ugly and irritating.
Yeah.
But I do want to say this.
Yo, get him out of here, bro. Get him out, Chris. Get him out of here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know they had my little TikTok crush on there. The little red bone sitting next to Fresh. Cutie pie. I've reacted to her several times. Matter of fact, I got one in the chamber, one of her TikToks that I'm gonna react to here in the future. However, back to bruh, man. I'm not gonna sit over here and say he fumbled the bag, obviously, because they didn't pay him, they didn't compensate him, but he did fumble an opportunity to expand his brand and his channel purely based on the fact that you're on somebody's platform that has over 1.5 million subscribers. You got to take advantage of that. And to be honest with you, anybody who's been watching me long enough, y'all know how long and how bad I've wanted to get on that podcast. And you know, people always say, man, Rome, you too good for them and blase. I'm like, I look at it as an opportunity for growth. I'm not looking at it nothing more than that. And just to let the brothers know how they influence me positively. And again, I don't agree with 100% of the stuff that they say or do. I've called them out and held them accountable on multiple things that I wasn't really fans of things that they doing. I wasn't a fan of them having Nick Fuentes on there, being cool with saying the N-word. I wasn't a fan of how Fresh handled the single, well, not single mom, but potential baby mom situation. So
this is part of why I say don't take everything I say, just listen, and then whatever's useful. I watch Fresh and Fit here and there. I didn't grow up with them, as in like when I was doing my red pill journey, it was more with the Godfather Kevin Samuels, and I would watch Fresh and Fit here and there. So they haven't had that big of an influence on me, but I understand why they would have a lot of influence on a lot of other men. I went with the Godfather because he fit the mold that the type of person I am more. And I only had very few things that the Godfather said that I really disagreed with. Where Fresh and Fit, I have a lot that I disagree with them, and just the way they go about things. But like I said, this is why I always tell you guys, listen to everyone, but you don't have to take everyone's advice, everyone's speech, or whatever they tell you. Just absorb it and learn for yourself. If it's useful to you, use it. If it's not, just brush off the back of your freaking neck, man. Who cares about it? People say stupid shit. People say smart things, it is what it is.
it just frustrates me because if I had that opportunity, I would have took far more advantage of that, and it would have been a way more chill and good time. And to be honest with you, brother, you looked and acted like the single moms that you over here and you clown about.
I agree.
And that's the sad part. You know, and you can't really blame it on him being young, because I'm like, dude, he almost the same age as me. I'm 39, he 36.
Yep.
So I will say this, maybe it's coming from a little inexperience of being on podcasts, but as well as the fact that this success has just came so fast and it looks like it's low-key going to his head a little bit. So with that in mind, you know, I can understand why guys in the comments are saying he need to be a little bit more humble, have more self-control, and I agree with that 100%. But I also got to hold Fresh and Fit accountable to some degree, because y'all have let other guests get away with a lot more than what he did. Now, I'm like, because I remember at one time when they had Zerka on there, they had to tell him to chill out. But I think even Zerka is a little bit more controlled than Brandon Jamal. But like I said, Zerka has experience on podcasts before, so that plays a factor as well. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, and y'all let me know what y'all think as far as his behavior, how Fresh and Fit handled it. You know, I'm not gonna sit over here and disagree with anybody as far as what they saw and what they perceived. All right, if you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification, that way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's what the algorithm.
Shout outs to Rome. No, I actually 100% agree with him on that situation. You know, be humble. I don't think, you know, freaking Elon Musk goes around telling people I'm fucking the CEO of this and all that stuff. No, you just carry yourself with class, especially once you achieve a certain amount of success. I mean, people can still be themselves, but especially when you're on another person's platform, you have to show some respect. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time.